Lack of sleep is another aspect that most anxiety sufferers struggle with, and I was not a saint. I struggled so much with sleep anxiety. I was not sleeping at night. And at that time when I was struggling with anxiety, I used to live with my family. So at night when something happens, back home, when something happens, then my mom used to be like, Albert, are you sure you didn't hear that commotion at night? You are always not sleeping you at night. So it was true. I was not sleeping at night. I wished I could sleep. Even that, 10 minutes of sleep, I wished for myself. And this is because most of the time, because anxiety places us in survival mode. We are always alert. So even sleep can be a struggle because your brain is always scanning for danger. Another thing is, you are so much into worrying, into overthinking, into overanalyzing in such a way that when you find yourself like you have laid your head down to sleep, what you think about is how your day went, the wrongs that you did, how anxiety has ruined your life and all those things. So your mind is wired to worry, your mind is wired to engage. So you might find that sleeping is a struggle. And actually, lack of sleep is not the issue, because one of the common symptoms of anxiety is lack of sleep, because of the constant, your brain is always alert, your brain is always scanning for danger. It thinks it's protecting you, but in turn you're getting lack of sleep. So lack of sleep is a common struggle for most anxiety sufferers, but people struggling with anxiety are the one refueling the cycle. They are the one reinforcing the sleep anxiety, because they are desperately trying too much for them to sleep. It's either they are changing the curtains, or maybe they are taking sleeping pills, or maybe they are changing the lighting. They are always trying to do something to sleep, and this signals your brain that, lack of sleep is a danger, therefore you are not going to sleep. Because for them, like, you having to engage the lack of sleep, you having to do something about you not sleeping, you are desperately trying to sleep. And with anxiety, the more you desperately try to get something, the more it's gonna run away from you. Anxiety is paradoxical. Less is much with anxiety. And let me tell you something with sleep, imagine you can survive with days without sleeping. Yes, you're gonna be tired, you're gonna be lethargic, but you're gonna survive the days. You can't be tired, but you're gonna survive. And with sleep, the more you say, because sleep is natural, sleep, even a madman can sleep. Like, sleep is something that is natural. So if you just go to bed, what I used to do is I used to go to bed and just lie down there. So I was not desperately trying to fix my sleep. I used to say, if I sleep, I sleep. If I don't sleep, it's none of my business. Tomorrow I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna continue with my day. I'm gonna go to work, I'm gonna go to whatever I was doing at that moment. So you desperately trying to sleep is the reason why you are not sleeping in the first place. When you start accepting the fact that you are not sleeping, and sleep will come naturally, because it's not something that you're desperately trying to look for, it's something that you're just like, you have let go, and sleep will come naturally. Sleep is natural. So the moment I let go and accept that sometimes I may not be able to sleep because of anxiety, that's when sleep came. But when I was desperately searching for sleep, desperately doing something for me to sleep, it's when I was not sleeping.